So picture this. You've laid the groundwork for your online freelancing business. You've even landed your first couple of clients, but now you are starting to feel your work pile up, right? Good problems to have. So you want to take on more clients and even start charging more, but you really don't have the time or bandwidth. So now what? Well, you scale. If you want to build your profitability and in general earn more while working less, then you need to take the proper steps to really automate, systematize, and delegate the tasks that you are probably doing all on your own at this moment. And whether you already have an online business in place or you're just starting from scratch, you're definitely going to want to listen to what I have to share, because scalability really is the key to long-term success. So before we get started, just a quick intro. My name is Sarah Noked, and my team and I here at OBM School really specialize in helping people transform their virtual businesses and transform their freelancing dreams into reality. So if you are along for the ride, we're so glad you could join us. So for today, we're going to be diving into 3 key elements that are, in my opinion, imperative to building scalable business that thrives in the online space. Let's get started. So first and foremost, you're going to need some systems. So what do I mean by systems? Well, I'm really talking about creating standard operating procedures, or SOPs. And SOPs, in my opinion, those are those juicy little nuggets that really make up the backbone of a well-organized and productive business. They provide a clear roadmap for your team or team to be, enabling them to perform tasks consistently and in a standardized way so that shit gets done. Now, to identify exactly what your business needs and what you need to do for an SOP, figure out the tasks that are recurring. So in my opinion, anything recurring in your business is fair game. So whether we're talking about things related to launching projects or products or creating content or affiliate marketing, it's fair game. So building your first few SOPs can be a little bit confusing, but luckily we have a couple resources that will help you get them all figured out so that you can get started ASAP. We actually have a video that walks you through the SOP for creating SOPs. Yes, you heard me right. Now you can find that in the link in the description below. So this is a really great opportunity for you to sort of take a sneak peek behind the systems that I use to scale my own business, what I use for my clients inside of our OBM agency, and what I teach my students. And honestly, what has allowed me to take a laptop-free vacation. Next up are automation. So this is very much in line with SOPs. So you want to be trying to automate as much as possible. So there's probably a lot of very time-consuming manual tasks like setting up calendar meetings that you feel are really wasting your time and preventing you from focusing on the growth. There are various tools out there that can help you automate email sequences, social media scheduling posts, customer and client relationships. As far as emails go, you can use tools like Entreport or ActiveCampaign to automate those email campaigns and collect email information so you don't have to go in every day and upload or test or even be flagged as spam. So in terms of social media, you can use platforms like Later to schedule your social media posts across multiple platforms all at once. This is a paid app, and you want to use paid apps like Entreport and Later, for example, when you are really clear on what the system is, SOPs, and what parts of this are best to automate so that you can improve your user experience and get your time back to land more clients, do the client work that you already have on your plate, and actually get more of your time back. Now, I would recommend creating content in batches when you are using tools to automate. So you want to have at least 2 weeks worth of posts, for example, or maybe 2 weeks worth of blog posts or social media, and then you want to just schedule it all at once. So this is where the system really meets the automation, right? So you have a system for creating content. The automation can help you to get certain things done, have certain things automated so you know that they're going out and it's sort of like out of your mind. But it's also really, really important to consider, well, how are you going to create this content? Because if you're creating a social media post every day and then going and scheduling it to later so that it can send out at a later time, it's not exactly going to help you. But if you've got a whole slew and you have a system where you create content once a month and then you're scheduling that, or someone on your team can schedule that, well, now you're really winning. So start to think about your business in automation. And I promise this might feel difficult at first, but over time, you will find that you're thinking about how to automate everything, and then it trickles into your personal life as well. Now, last but not least is customer service. So from experience, I know that replying to customer inquiries can literally take up the whole day. So this is not going to work if you want to work on building your scalability. Instead, you can use tools like ManyChat, which can automate Instagram messaging, or you can implement tools like Hootsuite to take advantage of automated messaging and routing. You can even set up filters to go to your team depending on certain subject lines. You can use your tools like Entreport to automate that customer experience when someone inquires about something. I think by now you've probably come to see that if you want to create the business by design, you really have to take some time to think about what's going to best benefit you, what's going to best help you to automate, what your systems really look like, and all of that good stuff. And if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed by all of this, our agency supports online business owners in scaling. So I welcome you to learn more about some of our matchmaking services that we do inside of our agency with our accredited OBMs by checking out also the link. So I don't want to overwhelm you with the idea of automation and all that good stuff, but you really do need to start thinking about how you can make your life easier and how automation is your friend and not your foe. Now, last but not least, there is definitely will come a time where you want to build your team. Now, you might be one of those entrepreneurs where, and I was like this at the beginning, where I was like, solopreneur for life. I don't need anybody on my team. I can do this all on my own. And I mean, like, rightfully so, because who better to complete tasks to your standard than you? Now, I once had this perspective, but let me tell you something. If I would have embraced this delegation mindset and decided to grow my team earlier, I would have saved myself a lot of time and sleepless nights and perhaps a few really breakdowns around burnout. Because let's be honest, you cannot do everything on your own, not for forever at least. So how do you go about finding the right people and building a team that will help you scale? Well, the first thing you need to do is define exactly what you need. Are you looking for a developer, graphic designer, a virtual assistant, or maybe even an online business manager? So once you've determined who it is you are looking to hire and what you need help with, you need to get out there and find the right people. Just easy, right? Not always. So I would first recommend tapping into your professional networks. So some of your business buddies may already be working with someone that they trust and can recommend to you. Another option would be to make use of platforms like LinkedIn or even freelance websites like Upwork. You can post job listings here and hire individuals or agencies based on your specific requirements. And just to pop this in there, if you are ready for and looking to hire an online business manager, you can check out our directory of accredited OBMs over at obmschool.com/directory and find someone who is a great fit, and an online business manager could help you come up with a plan to implement, streamline some of your systems, and then hire that ideal person. Now, once you have one or two individuals who feel like they could be a potential fit, make sure that they align with you and your business so that you can increase your chances of starting and building a lasting and positive relationship with them. So I'm talking about alignment here. It's not about them being budget friendly. It really depends on what your business is generating revenue-wise. And that's how you're going to determine who you need to hire. Usually a good rule of thumb is that the first person you hire is a virtual assistant to take off some of the more admin tasks on your plate that you can pop into that SOP template and delegate. So you kind of want to get everything off your plate. And then once most things have been streamed and delegated, then you can think about the sales and marketing piece. So you should really consider hiring somebody like an online business manager when your business is generating $100K or more in annual revenue. And if you want to learn more about our own OBM agency and how we support clients as accredited OBMs, I'm going to leave the link below to our OBM agency, and you can learn more about our matchmaking services, how we can train your own team, and all that good stuff. So if you are hiring and wanting to really bring on someone that you know is going to be a great fit, this is the most important thing that you need to do, and you need to give them a dating project before you bring them on long term. You need to make sure that they are who they say they are. So after they've gone through your meticulous hiring process, we're not going to get into the whole hiring process, but if you want me to get into the hiring process, let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to do a video on hiring, but you want to make sure that you're testing their ability. This is a paid project, clear expectations, and you want to make sure that they are a good fit, because onboarding a team member is work and offboarding a team member is work. And ultimately, I want you to remember that this is a two-way street. Your team is not going to perform well if you don't have a delegation mindset and organized SOPs, or at the very least, plan for creating them. You are equally responsible in making sure that your team has the resources, access, and guidance that they need to get the job done well. So I think by now you have a few things. You have the ability to get started creating your standard operating procedures with our template. If you are ready for hiring an online business manager, you can visit our directory, or you can head on over to our OBM agency that is linked below, and you can get in touch with us. We will definitely help you figure out what kind of person you need to bring on to your team. Overall, know that automation, team, and just really having a delegation mindset and getting your systems in place is really, really going to help you have that business by design. I hope this was helpful. I hope this has inspired you to take action to scale your business, and I hope to see you next time.